Welcome to the Health by Haven podcast. I'm your host, Haven Quinlan. If you're a multi-passionate wellness enthusiast, then you're in the right place. I'm obsessed with learning as much as I can about the wellness world, and I want to share that with you. Each episode will dive into various aspects of health and wellness through inspiring and informative guest interviews with some solo episodes thrown in. Tune in for all things health, and let's have some fun, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 3 of the Health by Haven podcast. I am so excited that you're here today. Whether you are a longtime listener or this is your very first episode, I am just so thankful that you chose to click play on the podcast today. I wanted to kick off season 3 with a little solo episode. Lots of life updates going on. And so I wanted to share those with you before I start bringing in season 3 guests. It felt fitting to begin season 3 with the changing of the seasons from summer into fall, as well as with a huge change of a season in life for me, moving from Knoxville, Tennessee to New York City. So excited to bring you guys along this journey. But before we jump into season 3 and into my recent move to the city, which is really what this episode will mostly be about, I did want to shed a little bit of a light on season 2. So make sure that you go back and listen to all of the amazing guest episodes. I had 29 different guests during season 2 and then a few solo episodes as well. We talked about a myriad of health topics, including running, fitness, nutrition, women's health, nervous system regulation, mental health, Eastern medicine practices, chiropractic care, acupuncture, manifestation, clean beauty, entrepreneurship, goal setting, and more. So there's a little something for everyone in there. I would really encourage you to go back and listen to those episodes if you haven't already. But for the reason that we are all here today is about my move to New York City. We did it for real this time. So if you guys have been around for a while now, you know that my husband and I lived in the city for about 3 months last summer. We lived in the West Village, such a cutie little neighborhood. I do still love it over there. But we were up here last summer for my husband's law internship, and now we are back full time, baby. I am so thrilled. New York has been a dream for me since as long as I can remember. I've had pictures of the New York City skyline plastered all over my room since I was a kid. And still to this day, if you would go into my childhood bedroom, you would see a gallery wall over my desk there with images of Paris and of New York City. So it truly is such a dream come true. Obviously, a lot of planning and a lot of hard work on my part and on my husband's part went into making this dream a reality. But I'm here to tell you that if you've had something that's been tugging on your heartstrings, it is for you. There's a reason that you feel that way, and lean into it and listen to it and manifest it for yourself, but take aligned action to turn it into your reality as well. So here I am already off on a tangent. Bear with me. I have a lot to chit chat about. We moved roughly 2 weeks ago now, a little less than 2 weeks as I'm recording this. Took a 12-hour drive from Tennessee up to New York. We had a lot of stops along the way for our golden retriever, Waffles, who loves short car rides, but is not a fan of the long ones. So she had some anxiety medication to help her out this go around. And poor thing, it really knocked her out. But we made it on August 25th. We are living in the financial district, which is very lower Manhattan if you're not familiar with it. And while I hadn't spent a ton of time down here prior, like I said, we were in the West Village last summer, I kind of am enjoying exploring a new neighborhood and a little bit of a different pace than the West Village. So that's been really fun. I'm excited to try some new restaurants in the area. So if you're local, let me know in the Instagram DMs where you would suggest all the best takeout and restaurants and bars and things. I have been busy this week working on setting up our apartment, unboxing all the things, getting everything organized and in order, furnishing a new space, designing a new space. For those of you who don't know, I majored in interior architecture in college. And so while this is much less intense than drawing up construction plans, I do have a genuine love for designing a new space and really turning a house, or in this case, an apartment, into a home. So it's been really fun. As much as I want everything done and in place, I'm trying to enjoy the process as well and really pick out pieces that feel right and that we're going to love and be useful. Waffles is loving city girl life. That is my golden retriever, for those who may not know. She loves a good walk on the river, be it the East or the Hudson. She just loves to get the breeze in her fur and get to look out over the water and people watch and hop on all the benches. So she's doing really well. I've been starting almost every single morning with a run, which is my favorite way to start the day. I'm training for the New York City Marathon. No big deal, just my little local race now. It's coming up early November. And so the training is really ramping up, especially after my European vacation, where I took it a little more lax. And you can hear all about that vacation on last week's episode with my husband, Billy, if you haven't gone back and listened to that yet. But been really enjoying getting the runs in through the city. And this coming Sunday, I am racing the New Balance Fifth Avenue Mile. I'm really, really pumped. I mean, nothing can go wrong, right? Automatic PR. I've never raced a mile before. So that's the good news here. Knock on wood, I really shouldn't have jinxed myself by saying nothing can go wrong, because my Achilles was very tight today on my long run. But I cannot wait to lace up the racing shoes again. It's been a little while. Actually, I think the Brooklyn Half was the last race I did in May. So I've had a little bit of a break, and I'm very much looking forward to running this new race and this new distance for me. So stay tuned on Instagram and on the running report. You can subscribe to that through the link in my Instagram bio at Health by Haven, or healthbyhaven.substack.com if you want some updates on all things running. I also taught my first 3 Pure Barre classes since moving back to the city this week. That was just a thrill to be back on the mic after about a month hiatus between the move and my vacation. So very fun. I'm really looking forward to getting to know everybody at the Pure Barres here a little bit more. I'm excited to get to go out and explore more of the fitness class scene as well once the marathon is over. But to be honest, there's just really limited time for me to do that right now with the mileage that I'm putting in. Got to preserve the legs for the runs. So more will be coming, I'm sure, this winter, next spring, on the front of me exploring new wellness studios. And I'll be sure to update you guys and share that as well. Billy started his job as an attorney in the city this week too. So we are trying to get into the swing of things, the new schedule, a new routine, all that good stuff. And we have definitely already been enjoying the food scene in New York. It's really hard not to just go out for every meal because there's so much readily available and so many places we want to try out. But definitely been enjoying the bagels and the pizza, of course, already. And we've set a little Friday night date night ritual. So last week we went to Palma in the West Village. This was a favorite from last summer. It's Italian food. Really, really delicious. It is a bit of a higher price point. So I would say it's more of like a date night meal, but every single pasta dish we've ever gotten there has been so amazing. We usually get 2 different ones and then share them so that we're able to try more. So would highly recommend Palma to you. And then tonight we're getting Hey Thai takeout and bringing it up to our building rooftop to eat. We decided we wanted to really get the most out of the rooftop while it's still warm out because it's already starting to feel a little crisp, a little like fall here in the cities. Other things we've done in the city so far in the last 2 weeks, we've been to a Yankees game. I think we may be going back to another one next week. That was a lot of fun, especially because they had a really big win and a lot of home runs the day we went, which is not always the case. So that was nice. We played mini golf on the West Side Highway. This is a favorite date day activity for us. Really affordable. I think it's like $12 a person to go play a round of 18 holes of mini golf. Just so much fun. It's great. Friendly competition, we'll just say. Billy and I are both very competitive, but would recommend that little activity if you're visiting the city. And then we've done a handful of social activities. So we went brewery hopping with one of our friends from college, Jasmine, in Brooklyn, which, by the way, Jasmine was on episode 57 of the podcast. So you can give that a listen. She talks about her running club, the Ridgewood Runners, and running the New York City Marathon. Next week, I'm going to have dinner with my cousin, which I'm very excited about. And tomorrow, I've signed up to go on this little, what they're calling hot girl walk along the river. So hoping to meet some like-minded wellness friends on that walk. Another little fun activity that I've been doing that's not New York City specific, besides the fact that I've mostly been enjoying it on the rooftop of my building, is reading the book Strictly Business. My friend Sarah Weiland wrote this book. It's her second novel. You can get it on Amazon, on Kindle, paperback, or, on your Kindle digitally. And I would highly recommend. I am just enjoying it so much. Sarah knows I read her first book, which was more of like a murder mystery, and that is not my scene. It was well written, but I was definitely a little freaked out at night. But this is such a cute little rom-com, which is much more my style, and I'm really loving it. So go check it out. It's called Strictly Business, and you can listen to Sarah on the Health by Haven podcast. She's been on twice, on episode 32 and 65, and she also just started a podcast called This Might Be a Draft, and I am so honored that I was one of her first guests on the show as well. So you can go listen to that episode too if you're looking for some more stuff to listen to. Things to come for Health by Haven now that we're in the city. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to execute that, to be quite honest, this week I've been getting like a bit overwhelmed, a bit like analysis paralysis on all of it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do all these things, and it just like gets overwhelming to know where to start. I've been very like ping-ponging back and forth between all these projects. So if you ever feel like that, know that you're not alone. Even when people maybe look like they have things together on the outside, like everyone's dealing with things. I have been like not able to focus on one thing at a time. I think part of that is like I'm still trying to get settled in the apartment. And I fully believe if you have a cluttered space, you have a cluttered mind. But anyways, so many fun things coming up. I've been really enjoying the coaching clients that I have. I think I'm going to open a few more spots for health coaching this fall. So whether you're interested in run coaching specifically, if you're interested in help with nutrition, or if you want kind of a holistic approach to living a healthier lifestyle, getting some good inside tips and tricks, having someone keep you accountable, because sometimes that's like really what you need. Keep an eye out. I think I'm going to open a few more spots. I would absolutely love to work with you. So send me a message if you have any questions. I'm always happy to chat about that. But more to come for health coaching, run coaching as well. I have a few run coaching specific clients who are working towards a race. So if that's something that you've been thinking about, you could message me about that as well. I'm also working on some big podcast partnerships so that I can keep bringing you guys great health content every week, as well as some event partnerships in the city that are brewing in my mind. So definitely stay tuned. I got some big goals, big things coming up that will hopefully be coming to fruition soon. I'm also really trying to up level my website, but to be honest, you guys, I just don't love working on it. It's very techy and that's just not my vibe. So, if you're a web developer, hit me up. But I'm trying to up level it a bit for you guys to be able to more easily navigate to recipes that you want. I have a whole slew of recipes that are on Instagram that I haven't yet uploaded onto my website. So things like that, trying to give it a little refresh, a little up level. If you want to see the progress, you can go to healthbyhaven.com. But it is certainly a work in progress and I am not a web developer. So give me a little grace, you guys. I'm also planning on sharing all my recipes on a Pinterest account, which I have created but haven't really published the recipes yet. Just if you're someone like me who likes to find new recipes on Pinterest and be able to pin them for ease to come back to you and make later on, and hopefully you will and make them again and again and again. I want to just be able to get stuff to you guys in whatever format that is easiest for you so that there's nothing standing in your way of cooking a healthy, nourishing, delicious meal for yourself or your family or your friends. So that will be coming at some point. It's not on the top of my priority list, but it's definitely on the radar. And then I started a really fun series this week, or I guess last week as you're listening to this, small kitchen meals on Instagram. So I definitely have a smaller kitchen now in the city than I did in the South. And so I've been inspired to try to create recipes with minimal ingredients, minimal time, super easy to make. You certainly don't have to be in a small kitchen to make these recipes. I hope that they're really simple and accessible to everyone, but stay tuned on Instagram at Health by Haven for more of those coming your way. I've already filmed a few more that will be coming out in the next few weeks. And I'll, of course, just be sharing more of my life and New York City content as well, probably doing some studio reviews after the marathon, as I said, and some food reviews and things like that. So whether you live in the city and you're looking for new ideas, or you're going to be visiting the city and you want to be able to tap that little save button on Instagram for your trip, I will be sharing some more of all of that. And then just personally, a few things that I am looking forward to, just getting my footing in this city and finding a good co-working space with like-minded individuals, with other business owners who are trying to grow and expand their business, to be able to help other people. So I'm looking forward to finding a good space that feels like a home base for me when I don't want to be working in my home office, because if you know me at all, you know I'm an extrovert. And so I definitely want to be able to make those connections. I am also really itching to get back into the swing of run clubs next week. Just with the move and the holiday and the way my training schedule fell, I haven't been able to go to any of them yet, but I'm thinking Endorphins on Monday and Almost Friday Run Club on Thursday. If you're in the city and you're looking for a running buddy, would love to see you there. And by the way, for Almost Friday Run Club, I interviewed one of the leaders of that club on the podcast, Victor. He was on episode 52. So definitely go back and give that a listen. We chat all about the club, about racing, and about the speed project. That is a really fun interview as well. In a few weeks, I'm traveling to Charlotte for one of my very best friend's wedding, Savannah. She's also been on the podcast twice, on episode 4 and on 25, so you can give those a listen. We chat about like bikini bodybuilding competitions and health and wellness in general. But I'm so excited to go and see her get married. And our other best friend, George, will be flying in from London London. She was on episode 9 of the show if you want to get to know her, but just having a little reunion of the friends. I am so excited for that. We're both bridesmaids in Savannah's wedding. So I can't wait for that weekend. And then a few weeks later, my adult bestie, Hannah, is coming to visit. I cannot wait to host her in the city and take her to all my favorite spots. And lastly, I'm just looking forward to experiencing fall in New York City. I shared last week feeling like a little bit of summertime sadness, like end of summer blues. And that is really not like me. I love the fall. But I think I was just getting a bit overwhelmed with like the stark contrast of like how easy breezy it seemed when we got here, like right before Labor Day and on Labor Day weekend. And then boom, it was like this huge change in the energy the day after Labor Day, with everyone being like, back to the hustle, back to the grind, summer's officially over. And I wanted to ease in a little bit more, if I'm being honest, but I really, really am looking forward to this change in the seasons. I love the colder weather. I know that some people think that's crazy and they love the warmth, but I hate the heat, and I'm really looking forward to those chilly mornings where I can put on a big cozy sweater before I go up to the rooftop with a big cup of coffee and to read, because that is how I've been loving starting my mornings after my runs. But looking forward to seeing all of the leaves changing here, all that good stuff, and just new energy and motivation as it comes with the new season. So, and you guys know, I'll be sharing all my favorite pumpkin recipes. So make sure to keep an eye out on Instagram at Health by Haven and let me know. I'm always looking for like, what do you guys want to see? Do you want me to healthify one of your favorite fall recipes, whether it be a baked good or your favorite pot of soup or chili, or, what are you looking for? I just love to know so that I can be creating content for you that you really want to see and that you'll use and that you'll create and that will benefit you. So don't ever hesitate to message me. I love to hear from you guys, and nothing fills my heart with more joy than when I get sent a picture, on Instagram DM or something of you guys making my recipes. That is just so much fun to me. So let me know what you want to see this fall. Let me know what guests you want to hear or what topics you want to hear on the podcast. What is going to be helpful to you? What is going to be interesting to you? What's been calling out? What are you curious about? I want to know so that season 3 of the Health by Haven podcast can be the absolute best season yet. Thank you guys so much for continuing to come back to the show, for listening today to this quick little recap of my move to New York City and things to come for Health by Haven. As always, your support really, really does mean so much to me. I am a small business owner. It is me running the show. I'm doing all the back end and the front end. And some days it feels like screaming into the void, like, is anyone out there? And so when I hear from you guys, it just means so much to me. And if you have an extra 2 minutes on your hands today, it would mean so much to me if you would just scroll down, tap that little 5-star rating, and really that will only take you about 2 seconds. But if you have those extra 2 minutes and you could type out a little review, even if it's one sentence, what's something you learned on the show, who's your favorite guest been, things like that, just really truly goes such a long way in the podcasting platforms suggesting this podcast to new people. And that just helps me be able to expand my reach to get this information to even more people. And it helps me, vouch for even more new guests coming on the show so that they can share their area of expertise. And it helps me with business partnerships, showing different companies that want to support the show. So if you have a moment, it would truly just mean so much to me. If you have another minute, if you could share your favorite episode with a friend, if you want to screenshot an episode, even if it's this one, and pop it on your Instagram stories, anything that you can do to help get the word out as well is also just such a tremendous help. So thank you guys so much. It just means so much to me. And I hope you're doing well. And I cannot wait to see you back here next week, kicking off our guest episodes of season 3. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Health by Haven podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to give the show a 5-star rating and leave a review. It makes such a huge difference in reaching new people and spreading the joy of healthy living. I would also be so appreciative if you subscribe to the show in the listening app of your choice so you never miss an episode. Your support truly means the world to me. Have a happy, healthy day, and I'll talk to you again soon.